Hello, and happy day. How does slowing down sound to you today? Would you like to reduce the noise for just a bit? Are you ready to make a choice and decide to listen? My name is Igor S.F. Walker, and I'm here to remind people to slow down, to reduce the noise, to walk their lives into a natural flow. Welcome back to the Book of the Week series. Every week as I read another amazing title, I share it with the world. And today we look at Super Life, the 5 forces that will make you healthy, fit, and eternally awesome, by Darin Olien. Every disease has many possible little causes, but the little causes are all the result of just a few big causes. We keep treating the little causes and they keep on happening. If instead we deal with the big causes, then suddenly disease becomes something we can prevent rather than just treat. The 5 life forces are, number 1, nutrition. Pretty straightforward. It means everything we eat, the food themselves, and also everything they contain, which can be a very long list. We may not always know everything that's on the list, but our bodies do. Number 2, hydration. The mere fact that we're mostly water should be enough to explain this one. Number 3, oxygenation. Like water. We know we need it, but we don't know all the many reasons why. Number 4, alkalization. It has to do with the balance of acidity and alkalinity for our internal environment. And finally, number 5, detoxification. This includes our immune system, which has a lot to deal with, plus the process of dealing with all the toxins and poisons and other junk that the world throws at us. Raw food retains all its water, which improves our hydration. Raw food also alkalizes our tissue, while cooking it can more acidic, which can lead to problems. The heat kills certain nutrients. When it comes to enzymes in our diet, they become to die soon after fruits or vegetables are picked. And heating food to over 118 degrees or 47 degrees Celsius kills them, meaning the enzymes are already dead by the time we eat most things, even healthy ones. Processed foods, by definition, are devoid of usable digestive enzymes. This causes incomplete digestion of the food we eat. We don't extract from them all the nutrition they contain. And what we don't take, we still need to metabolize and excrete. Those wastes will be in the form of acids, which raise the overall acidity levels of our body. Excess acidity also damages our ability to produce more enzymes. And as a result, digestion worsens and acidic waste increases. Drinking a lot of water isn't enough. It has to be the right kind. Depending on the source of your water, it may contain chemicals, organic materials, heavy metals, PCBs, fluoride, chloride, and any number of other substances. This is important because our water isn't static. It's constantly moving in and out of our cells, transporting nutrients, messages, debris, and other stuff back and forth. But for the water to maintain that motion, the molecules of water solids and or electrolytes are suspended, and they must be small, otherwise they cannot pass through the openings in our cell membranes. The presence of particles is expressed as water total dissolved solids, TDS scores. High TDS means there's a potential to create debris that the cells must then handle. Water deficit is the primary cause of many other disease systems too. Chronic pain, digestive stress, migraines, depressions, all may be attributed partly to the lack of cellular hydration. The saying is true for the degenerative disease. We are literally dying of thirst. But when we ask doctors for help, they don't even consider this possibility because they haven't been taught the importance of water to health. Instead, they go directly to prescription painkillers or other drugs that may not only address the problem, but even worsen it, adding to the burden of our overall overburdened bodies. If you feel tired or cranky or down during the day, do not have coffee, tea, or soda. Drink a big glass of water and see how you feel. Most people are energized by it. Suddenly their mood lifts. In 1931, Dr. Otto Warburg won the Nobel Prize in Medicine for his discovery of the link between oxygen and cancer. It's worth hearing him explain it. Cancer, above all disease, has countless secondary causes. But even for cancer, there's only one prime cause. Summarized in a few words, the prime cause of cancer is the replacement of the respiration of oxygen in normal body cells by a fermentation of sugar. Cancer cells do not use oxygen for energy, depending on glucose instead. When we eat properly, our food can provide oxygen. When we drink plenty of water, it allows for greater oxygen exchange. If we foster a slightly alkaline inner environment by getting enough minerals in our diet, our cells will naturally be oxygen rich. If our detox system is strong, it clears the cells of metabolic debris, helping to maintain a healthy cellular oxygen level. In turn, our oxygenated tissue support our immune system's efforts to keep us free of cancer and disease caused by viruses and bacteria. The first thing we need to do to support our brains is eliminate refined sugars and many of the refined grains and processed foods, and increase water intake. We can assist our neurotransmitters with foods like cocoa and blue-green algae, both of which contain huge natural concentrations of phenylethylamine, which increases our output of dopamine, the feel-good chemical. The superfoods go after the same receptors that dopamine does, with no side effects and only sustainable healthy balance and benefits. How great is that? The scale that measures pH goes from 0 to 14. Natural, neither or acidic or alkaline, is 7, right in the middle. But the scale is logarithmic, not arithmetic. An important difference. What it means is that each full point equals not 1 more or less than the point next to it, but 10 times more or less. So, a substance with a pH of 5 is 10 times more acidic than the one of pH of 6, and 100 times more acidic than the one of pH of 7, and 1,000 times more acidic than the one with pH of 8. And here's a good example. Distilled water is pH 7. Coca-Cola is around 2.5. This means that the sugary carbonated Coke is 50,000 times more acidifying than pure water. Imagine what the acid in those sodas is doing to our insides. Our gut flora makeup is directly influenced by the dietary choices we make. We decide which microbes to feed and which to starve. We create the ecosystem for them. A study published in the Journal of Nature fed one group of human subjects an animal-based diet and another plant-based diet. Research has showed that the short-term results in the gut microbes, even after just a few days, the meat eaters experienced an increase in bacteria that caused inflammation and inflammatory bowel disease. The plant eaters increased the number of microbes that rid the body of inflammation. These results demonstrate that the gut microbiome can rapidly respond to an altered diet. Any more than 15% of our daily calories in protein is more than what we need. The protein itself is a problem, and if it comes from animal sources, it is accompanied by even more source of nutritional stress, harmful bacteria, hormones, chemicals, whatever junk they feed those poor beasts is now part of your meal too. You just can't see it. Another invisible source of nutrient stress, genetically modified organisms. Antioxidants are the group of vitamins, minerals, and other nutrients that fight the oxygenation created by free radicals. They can prevent mutation of the gene p53, for instance, which suppresses tumors. Antioxidants also protect our DNA, which is another way of preventing cancer from finding a hospitable environment inside our bodies. Fiber is particularly important to the detox process, both the soluble kind our bodies absorb and use, and the insoluble kind that just passes through our gut and cleans the passage of toxins along the way. It's another good reason for eating whole foods, vegetables, and grains. And we need to drink a lot of water. Water is an extremely powerful detoxification agent in our bodies if we are not properly hydrated. And if we are, we have the best means of transporting toxins towards the exits. Dehydration hinders the immune system in several ways. Production of histamine increases. And then vasopressin increases, a strong suppressor of the immune system. The key thing to remember about the 5 life forces is that each one you get right works to support the other 4. And the opposite is also true. If we fail to maintain one of the life forces, it drags down others, setting off a cascade of failures that can be seriously damaging over time. We are subjects to magnetic forces, like everything else on the planet. And it seems that like attracts like. Your positive attitude and actions will draw you towards people who should share that outlook. And they will echo and support your efforts to live well. We all give off energy. Scientists are actually now measuring this and studying its effects. Emotions and moods have a powerful influence over our physical beings. That we know for sure. Remember, 90% of diets fail because the dieters do not love what they're eating. Before long, they revert to the beloved old patterns and put the unhealthy weight right back on, plus even a little more. We can eat badly, only thanks to that handy disconnect, the universal human talent for pretending we do not know what we do know. Please, do help out. It is easy. Simply like this video so more people can enjoy it. Share it too and spread the word. Subscribe to my channel and stay up to date. And the link to this book is in the description below, so buy it and read. Never stop learning. Thank you. Love and respect.